Oh, it's a sad day. It's a sad month. But my boy said, I'm gonna go play in traffic.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it. I'm gonna come in here and say, the brand was just so strong, but a week ago, what was it? Summer 21, Jesus and Mero, voices in Disney's The Heights with Lin-Manuel Miranda, pop stars. What's that? What's that? Mike Tyson fight? They were commentators on the Mike Tyson return to boxing? Jesus and Mero, they were in New York. Niggas want to chop cheese the world over.
Or Aka.
The Aki way. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Oh, my heart hurts, y'all. It's a sad time. That's a major shout out. If y'all don't know, rest in peace, respect to the one and only, the original brand, the originators, Jesus and Mero. It would not be podding if not for the Podfathers.
Honestly, though.
I poured this out when I'm in the house. And that would be crazy.
Yeah, man. That was heartbreaking, bro. If y'all ain't aware, go ahead and check them out, man. The illustrious brand, late night hosts.
Illustrious.
This ain't a show about them, but we are torn about that, though. That is comedy gold right there. They did split, so but shout out to the brand.
They would be wrong. We'd be remiss to not mention. All that said, welcome back to the No Randoms podcast. You got Kev. You got Anton. How we doing this week, Anton? What you playing?
Good, man. What's going on? I've been, this is going to be a hot take for anybody that's been listening to these last few episodes. Man, I've honestly been up on this Call of Duty lately. I've been getting it in on this Vanguard.
This man.
I know, bro. It's
Give it to me. Give me what's hot? What's calling you to Vanguard these days? What are you enjoying the most? What's going on with the Call of Duties?
Man, so this is why I switched it up. We're in an in-between time right now with the games that are coming out. We're about a month or two away from the new FIFA, God of War, the next Call of Duty, which, as much as I hate them, and I be talking shit about them, but I mean, let's be honest, we all be talking shit, but we all probably gonna buy the game at some point or another. Most of us, at least. But and plus, actually, this one is made from Activision, so I was like, okay, so it's gonna be the same people, so it'll probably have a lot of the same, game dynamics, maybe just reskinned, added new stuff, whatever. And a lot of the stuff carries over to Warzone, so I don't know. I've just been dabbing my feet in it, and not to make this long, but actually shout out to the two-time. I've been watching a lot of his streams lately, and just watching him buzz people on there has just
there
been.
It is.
I've been like, you know what, bro? So I've been jumping in there, and it's a little different. It's different from Apex. You know what I mean? The Apex sweat, and when you jump in there, it's just it's. I mean, I don't know, anybody that plays it knows it's just completely different flows.
Are you playing Warzone or multiplayer?
Multiplayer.
See, different game. I've been for what it's worth, I totally agree with you. I've been strong on that. The multiplayer in Call of Duty is a blast. I still have a lot of fun. I did not like that weird when they were doing the Halloween. The skins could get lost for me. The weird. I don't need Godzilla and shit. But
yeah,
multiplayer on Call of Duty is still they just don't do it on Apex. I think they do that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't they do that on Valorant?
I believe so. Yeah,
I think that's what's missing between Valorant is Apex with Apex multiplayer, right? That would be such a blast to play. I think I'd really enjoy that.
Yeah, man. I just love me some classic deathmatch.
That's what I'm saying. Let me just shoot niggas. We don't need to have a team thing. I don't need to reload and load if I die. Can I just you know what I mean?
And especially just because everybody always goes heavy on the Apex ranked, thing.
Our people. Or people in general.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's nice just to be able to if I'm getting smacked, I'm just I just back out, whatever. No harm, no foul, you know what I mean? It's just loading to a new
10-minute delays.
So, yeah.
It's significantly less serious. I feel that.
Yeah, so it's bringing less serious, but also, I don't want to say I'm a god, but I'm pretty good at Call of Duty. Don't get me wrong. I'll pull up the screenshot behind me and and some videos to show
man
y'all
said, I'm
otherwise.
not saying I'm a god, but
I mean, I hold my own. You know, I mean, I get my MVPs, my
You're not
top
that guy,
threes,
pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
99% of the time. But you know, not to make this a Call of Duty rant, but yeah, you know, I've just been on that lately. Just waiting for the new games to come out. What about you?
This is a gaming podcast. You go on and on as long as you want, fam.
I know.
I got a surprise for the squad too. Actually, I know I put this out in the group chat. We got what do we got? Like a 20 with the lurkers, like a 25 person gaming group. That's about the size, right? I put this out in the group chat. 2 crickets. Oh man, it was like I was out there. It was quiet time, and I was like, "Oh, all right then."
Oh,
I get.
brother, this guy stinks.
Wait, what happened?
I'm the only one playing Fall Guys. No?
Oh no! Don't even. That's literally. Look, don't even. You can see that right there.
I don't know. I put it in the chat, y'all. I put it in the chat, and it was just like, I was like, well, fuck me, right? Like, oh my, I was like, hey, we playing Fall Guys, all right? Nothing. Not a like, not a laugh. And no jokes. Skipped right over. It's that for a minute too. It had like 8-9 hours. No one said anything. I was like, all right then, I'm gonna go play Fall Guy. But yeah, I've been busting on Fall Guy. I mean, of course Apex, but the last maybe 2-3 weeks, yeah, a lot. Obviously, it's a good family game. You know, we can pass it around. Mm-hmm. It's cool that we have the 2 consoles to play. Well, 3, but something about playing Fall Guys on my PlayStation sounds funny to me. Like, you know, my PlayStation setup is like my gaming setup. Like with the big monitor, I'm downstairs. I'm like, this is where I come to like focus. Apex ranked, let's go. I'm trying to kill it. Fall Guys is another one of my upstairs games, which I talk about so much. But having those upstairs family, I can have it on. I don't care if I lose. I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? But it's all good. We can all have fun with it. Everybody can follow along. Sometimes I'm playing Apex and it's like, I know you guys have no clue what's happening right now. Just dad's going nuts. Mm-hmm. So either way, yeah, we've been having a blast with Fall Guys, and I forgot how much fun it was. But of all things, yeah, like it's got to be cross-platform and free to play, and it's a blast.
Yeah. I've been another one of those stream games I've been watching. But no, I threw it out. I was in the party last night with Marcus and Nick and Mike and everybody, and I told them, I was like, hey, let's. I think this would be a fun game if we were all on it and playing. You know what I mean? As a squad, we should all do that. But no, we should coordinate that. That'd be fun.
Did it happen?
No, but they all started downloading. It's a free set.
I was gonna be tight. I was about to be so tight. If you're like, oh yeah, last night actually we was all in a party playing Fall Guys. Like, hey. All right, cool.
It's like when you say a joke and nobody hears you, and then someone else says it like right after you. Have you seen them skits? And everyone's like, ah.
Have I seen them skits, nigga? I'm not even mad about that. That's the king. It's like, hey man, if you had a funny joke, you should have said it louder. If y'all don't know, Anton is the king of that. He look at you like, well, I mean, I don't know. I sent the joke to the small group. He sent the same joke to the big group. And I'm like, damn. He was like, well, should have sent it to the big group. I don't know, man. Believe in yourself. Man. Not mad at it. But yeah, Fall Guys has been the game for me this week. And then of course Apex, trying to get ranked. It's been funny though, because you know our team is always trying to run ranked. Like we have different types of players in our group, and so it's like, who do you want to play ranked with at what time? We have such interesting combinations. Also, since Marcus like retired from Apex, which he's like the Apex guy, but he seemingly retired. My man's just playing basketball. He's a busy guy, but the ranked grind has been interesting. So a lot of solo ranks. Like I've just been sliding in by myself when I got time, and niggas are crazy, bro. I had like 4 matches in a row yesterday when I was like, what are y'all doing? Like, we have to fight, nigga. You have to fight. You have to fight in this game. Like, look at his neck veins. It's like, bro, you have to fight. So I was getting angry. Fall Guys is the perfect offset for that. So yeah, that's been the main new game this week. I'm looking to get into some new shit this week. That said, you ready to hop into these topics?
Yeah, man. Let's jump into it. We got a lot to catch up on. It's been a little while.
We got so much going on. I wanted to jump us off with You Love to See It. You see that one?
Oh, yeah. Talk to me.
Best news in gaming this week. So it looks like Nintendo Pictures is in development. This one coming from The Verge. Nintendo has acquired CG production company Dynamo Pictures and will rename it Nintendo Pictures. The company has announced. The new subsidiary will focus on development of visual content utilizing Nintendo IP and the planning and production of visual content, including CG animation. I'm super hyped for. I mean, they've been doing a good job. We saw all the controversy around the Mario cast. What do you think?
Oh yeah, isn't Chris Pratt playing Mario?
It's a him, Mario. Yeah. Chris Pratt. They had the wild cast, but they have so much good IP, right? I mean, it says they're working right now on Death Stranding and Metroid, like a Metroid movie. But you know, every one of their franchises, like I would love a Zelda movie or a Zelda Link's Awakening, like Netflix series, something like that.
Yeah. You know, oh, that's something else we should get into. No, that would be good. That's another IP that I think would be nostalgic as long as they don't miss it. Kind of skirting from that but relative. Have you seen the new Resident Evil show on Netflix?
I heard it's great. I heard it's really good.
So it's mixed. So I mean, I don't want to get too long into it. Long story short, as a fan
gaming podcast,
go. Well, because bro, I can go. Trust me, I can go. But, so it's how long? We're gonna be here a while.
Podcast, like, so, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to talk about it too long. This is an audio format. If you want to go,
listen,
I'll go.
If y'all want to hear me go on a rant about this, stay quiet. Okay, so this is what I thought, man. It was better than the Halo show. Facts, but the show had almost, like, besides Umbrella and like a handful of characters, it had nothing to do with like any Resident Evil. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's just like a builder season going into like a later one or something like that, but it was just, I don't know. As someone that's played a few Resident Evils, I was like, what does this have to? Who is this? What is, like, Wesker? Like, I thought that, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. It was just, it felt like I don't know. It felt like it was just too woke. You know what I mean? Like, and I hate to sound haterish like that. You know what I mean? But like, I conflict with that because sometimes it's just like, I don't know. For me, it's almost like dressing up as somebody like not black on Halloween. You know what I mean? Like I almost feel weird doing that, even though people like don't really see it as an issue. Like, you be able to dress who you want, but it's like, yeah, but I just like dressing up like Mr. Frozo or something. You know what I mean? I like being authentic to my people. I don't like switching it up. You know. So it's like that, you know what I mean? So it was like with the switching like that, and then like not being on core with like the show really, and just kind of like going off and all these wild beasts, and the plot armor was just wild thick, like, you know what I mean? I was just like, is it a good show for TV? If you don't know anything about the show, yeah. Could you just, you know what I mean? You could just watch that and be like, oh wow, this is really good. Like, cause I mean, my lady watched it. She watched it and she was ready to play the game. She was like, oh, don't you have this? Can I play it? And I was like, look, I hate to break it to you, but the games are nothing like this show.
Not the same.
Yeah, this is not the same at all. You know what I mean? And so like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're just going into it blind and watching it, like, I like that adaptation that is bringing awareness to the game. You know what I mean? Just like that. Someone that's never played any of the games and is ready, like, oh, I want to try it. I like that. That's cool. Again, I hate to be too critical of the show. You know what I mean? Because I don't have, but I mean, besides that, I mean, it was good. It was. Had good CGI and all that, but I don't know. It was just those things for me just get too annoying after a while. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, and they got saved again. You know what I mean? Like, miraculously. Whoa! It's just,
this nigga hates
things
TV.
like that. I'm just like, bro, there's just certain like continuities that just like, it's like, come on, man. Like, Jesus Christ, you can outrun a giant death worm? Like, what? Like.
Like, you have to go one way or the other. That's very interesting. Yeah, for me, it's like you have to go one way or the other. Either there's continuity and logic, or it's like suspend all belief. We're just going nuts. In which case, I'll do that. But then don't try to hit me with like scientific explanations of how shit. Like, just go. It's funny you say that.
You know?
I heard it was good, but the one reservation I had, and not knowing, I've maybe seen like 5 seconds of like part of a trailer. The one thing I saw felt like they were trying to be very woke. It looked like the badass hero lead character was maybe not the type that I would expect to be a badass hero lead character. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm not mad at it. We have to do what we have to do. It just doesn't. Here's the challenge. you have to we have to be woke, and we have to put the right people, and we have to over-index. Like, yes, we have to have more people of color, we have to have more women, and specifically women of color, right, in leading roles. I understand it. A couple of things. One, you can't do it all at once. Two, you have to do it with skill. What we cannot do is compromise the qualities of our products, right? That's what happens, and what screws us over is it's like, we got to have this type of person in the role. No, you need to have somebody that can land the role, that can nail the role. From that pool of people, you can start to diversify. But you can't just put somebody that looks like something in a role. It makes it harder for us to continue being great. But if I'm
the hardest thing for me was sorry to cut you off. The hardest thing for me too was like the little girl, bro. Like she was just such a like.
I haven't seen it.
Like,
so I'm assuming.
So you can
like,
tell me. I was just like, I feel like they were trying to oversell it, and just like her little snarky remarks, and just like I don't know. It was just. I don't know. Again, I hate to be too critical just because I know that it's like a lighthearted video game show. But then it's like when I think of that and how it's a swing and a miss, it's like I don't want people to when I think like The Last of Us coming, you know what I mean?
Right.
How off do you think they're really going to be with that? You know what I mean? Like even though that's same show about zombies and apocalypse, you know what I mean? Same thing, but they're not going to be. All off the script. At least I don't think. At least I hope not.
See,
so I don't know. It's like when I try to compare, or like The Witcher. The Witcher, had its off tracks, but it still had its tiebacks to the game. You know what I mean? Things that people can relate to, but it still was like within the realm of that. I don't know. It's things like that where it's just.
But
I don't think anything Resident Evil has ever landed, as far as I'm aware. Like.
I mean, it's tricky because it's one to say like it's never. The movies have never been like cultural phenomenon, but. For what it's worth, I mean, how many movies do they have, like blockbuster in movie theater movies? Like when we stop everything, like how many people, how much IP, how many video games have become a blockbuster film franchise? Like whether critically acclaimed, whether we like. By the way, I don't enjoy Fast and the Furious movies either, but like I respect them niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a global blockbuster billion-dollar franchise. Just from the creative standpoint, like giving them their credit there. That said, there's never been a Resident Evil movie or series that I love the video games, but there's never been a like a motion picture that I cared about or CGI, whatever. All of that said, the best thing about Nintendo reeling it back, I would say, right, as we talk about a lot, is the way they protect their IP. So maybe they're the right ones to do it. Like I think about that, and I think of like the team around Resident Evil and who owns that, right? Like was it Capcom? They're Capcom, I believe. Like who owns them? Like who's calling the shots and who's calling, who's pulling the strings there? And they have so much different IP, like Mega Man, but also they're not known for meticulous care, control, and supervision of their intellectual property like Nintendo is. So I'm kind of excited. I imagine they'll be very not even that they'll be more involved, because my first thought is like, well, Nintendo will be more involved in the creation. It's not even that they'll be more involved. It's that they're genuinely better at bringing these things. So I think that they're that's what they do, is how to protect their IP in these different platforms. Like they have theme parks and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like Mario is that big. The N64 and like they're so different, but they have such a unique perspective, and they are so meticulous. It's part of Japanese culture, which is awesome. But I think it's part of the company's culture. When I think about what they do, I really, for whatever reason, I trust them. Like, I'm ready for the Donkey Kong Netflix kid series or whatever, right? Like the Adventures of Donkey and Diddy Kong, right? And I'm thinking of like the universe that Nintendo has, right? Like you give Daisy and Peach their own show. It's not even just Mario and like right down the again whenever Star Fox comes around.
Oh my god!
I'm there. Like you're gonna have to mess that one up like they did with Halo and shit. You know what I mean? But it's also I feel like there's such a lower. What is it? Like it's easier to nail it when it's a cartoon. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whatever. Like you don't have to have good actors and
the real life or like. Yeah.
Well, actor, and then I think, and I don't want to go too long on it because I've been going on and on. But I think part of it is like. The gap in bringing it to life. Like, this is what we see Master Chief as, and then they have to reimagine it in a way that they can bring it to life. And same thing with Resident Evil. This is how we see, right? This is the way we see Raccoon City, and then you have to imagine it and bring it to life. And it's like, when you don't have to reimagine it, when you just can one for one it and then tell me a new story there.
Yeah.
It like to your point, right? It's more connected to the game and the gaming experience I had. So maybe Nintendo will do a better job. They fucked up with Chris Pratt, so maybe they won't do a better job. But I have some trust in them.
Yeah, that should be good. I mean, I'm excited for that, especially with the way that all these have been going. I mean, that's why I said it a few episodes back, man. The gaming movies and shows are going to be the future here.
It's going fast. There's a lot going on.
It was vampires, and now it's going to be video games.
Right.
Let's get it.
You want to slide us into number 2?
Yeah, industry?
Yeah, hit that Faze Clan.
See, these Faze Clan boys, man. Trending topic, they back to it. So it looks like, as we've been saying leading up to this, they finally went public. Let me see. Let me go ahead and read this here from Hitmarker. So Faze, as we've been saying, lost $28.7 million in 2021. Much like other esports organizations, there's seemingly a long road ahead for profitability to be achieved. The org now has to share its financial performance and business happenings, which will undoubtedly lead to scrutiny greater than it's ever received before. The future is uncertain, but one thing's for sure: Faze Clan has officially gone from a group of Call of Duty players to a public company. That's some wild stuff here, man. And then let me get into this. Dude, that is crazy to think of. Like,
what's that? Think of what?
Yeah, no, they do deserve their flowers for that, because it's just one of those things, man. Like, I don't know, like how we said, it's, you know, I can never, I mean, being on Call of Duty, I can hardly ever play a game without somebody with Faze in their name. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to think of it, you know, if you've been following them for the last 15, 20 years, you know, or whatever, 10, 15 years,
10,
it's
12.
like, to see them as just like a bunch of homies and then make it like a group, and then now they're like a public IPO. And how much is it?
Oh, I'm not sure what the value is, but it's so
Billions here?
dope. Early on, they were valued at $1 billion. I think they lost some of that, but what's so cool is like things go, like your company, your group, your brand, whatever it is, right? Like, you know, no randoms or post guy. Like when something you do with your friend or something you came up with, when it goes public, it like it's like it comes to life. Like, and now it has desires and decisions of its own, which is nuts. I think about this all the time, having had worked at 2 like giant multinational, like multi-billion-dollar companies with like tens of thousands of employees. And I think about like, what's it like to be like Mr. Warner or like Dossler, like Adi Dossler? What's it like to be a guy, like just a dude who starts doing something to make money and like feed your family like everyone else does? And then one day you just stop and you're like, this has nothing to do with me. There are people that like,
Real.
there are people whose lives are defined by like Adidas. Like, I worked here for 30 years that aren't like part of the family. Isn't that nuts to be like, your identity is being a part of my thing? Like, you don't even know what my thing is. I think about that all the time. We make decisions as a company that like, at what point, when is that moment? Like, when does the situation flip, when it goes from being your thing to being our thing, a thing? And I feel like for Faze Clan, that's kind of happening in front of us, and it's been happening over the last few years, and I think that's really cool to see and watch it develop.
Yeah, like this picture of them on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty dope, dude. I mean, like, this is a room full of guys who just grew up playing, you know, Call of Duty, and I mean, what else?
Dreamers,
Halo,
Xbox guys, started with Halo, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Gears of War, probably.
Xbox guys.
What's the other one? Counter-Strike.
And
then now, like you know what I mean? You stand on Wall Street, and that, like I don't know. That's
ringing the bell.
As much as as much as we go through the news, you know, the pros and the cons, you know what I mean? That's still a dope achievement.
Yeah, man. Very proud of and for them. That's fantastic.
That's dope.
Another big one that we saw this week I thought was pretty crazy. From my real esports people, the legend. He's not the 2-time. More than that time, though. The legend, Shroud, back in competitive esports. My man is back on Sentinels to play Valorant. Again, this is the best game around that we're not playing because we're not PC guys. So Sentinels announced on July 8th. This is from Dick Serto. Sentinels announced on July 8th that Shroud would join their Valorant roster. The former pro Counter-Strike player turned popular e-streamer will compete with the team Valorant champions, set to take 4 Valorant champions. Sheesh, I could read, I swear. to take place in August. So they get ready to go. He's been smashing. I've seen a lot of great updates. People are very excited. Our guy last competed professionally in 2019 on the top free agent squad Old Guys Club before hanging up his keyboard and mouse to stream full time. Always remembered first time with Cloud9. But yeah, man, this is like return to the GOAT. It's like Tom Brady coming back, right? Got to spin the block. We coming back for that championship. New games. I'm still the fucking man.
Right.
And it's dope because, like, I don't know, we're just so young. Like, in video games, you can be the GOAT, retire, come back, and be, like, 30.
Honestly. Yeah, for real. No, that's dope, man. Yeah, when I seen that trailer, I was like, hey, let's go.
My dog.
This will be interesting. From the Sentinels team, like, I'm sure they're hyped to probably have him, but have you just thought of, like, I mean, there has to be someone on that team that's like, well, damn. Well, now we can't really fail. You know what I mean? I think of like when you sign like when Juve signed Ronaldo. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we were good, but now we got to be really good. Like
even Manchester United, like
the
pressure comes. Like, well, on the other way, what happens when it doesn't work? Like Man United, when Ronaldo comes and they're like, shit, we got to be good, and then they can't, and it just creates friction, right? I don't know that Shroud is going to be quite like Ronaldo, but yeah, man, I'm excited to see how this plays out. Also, this nigga Ronaldo's in a situation. Here we go on a soccer podcast.
Go ahead and play the Europa League theme song. Cue it.
This nigga's cold. Do you want to check out this T Grizzly thing? I thought this was funny.
Oh,
you go ahead and read it, and I'll pull up the clip.
If y'all... All right, for sure. So, well, here, I'm not gonna go. So, if y'all don't know, T Grizzly, rapper that went viral a few years ago, fresh out of prison, gangster rapper. He's tough though. You gotta
First
check
day
him
out.
But if y'all ain't know, he's really into what is that, like Grand Theft Auto 5 role playing, so much that he's, I guess, created his own servers, and now he does it full time, and he's trying to influence his homies and people that off the street. So this is coming from Revolt, a little clip. So rap artist T Grizzly is proving there's profit in playing video games. The Detroit native recently sat down with the host Gilly the King and YuGIOh 267 of the $1 Million Worth of Game. Shout out the boys podcast to discuss how he makes money outside of rap. In it, he goes into basically saying from the donations and ads and everything, he makes about $25,000 per month. Oh,
here he goes. Let me know if you can hear it.
Were you gonna play it?
I fall. He laughing and shit.
Yeah.
I never even seen the nigga, man.
In my city, you ain't gotta be no shooter though. You can work at Chick-fil-A.
Man, you gonna give me a fucking Chick-fil-A job on
Nigga,
the...
you don't want to get shot. You don't
on
want
the game? Wait, how you gonna give me a Chick-fil-A job on the game, though?
So listen, I don't work at Chick-fil-A. I own the Dunkin' Donuts and the KFC on that motherfucker.
Oh, but I'm working for Chick-fil-A. This nigga rotting this shit. I own the whole city, but you can work at one of my Chick-fil-A's.
You can own the Chick-fil-A. You can do what you want to do. Or you could be on some shooter shit, rob niggas. Like, you can make whatever you want to do. It's females in there that do hair in the city. You feel me? Like, you could create whatever lane you want to create in there, and that shit fun.
I can't play Grand Theft Auto, and it's
Why you can't play it?
I need to apparently get up on game. I mean, I know Grand Theft Auto on PC is like completely off the rails.
As far as new goes,
I'm trying to look for that other one there. It's completely off the rails, but I didn't know they were doing hair and stuff like this. Like that's kind of a next level. What are your thoughts on that? Like you said, he makes $25,000 a month just playing on GTA. But he seems to be really actually pioneering some of this and really spreading the word, right? $1 million worth of game is the name of the pod, but that's impressive.
No, that's, I mean, I feel like, I mean, especially being black, I feel like it's gonna be like brothers like that kind of make it cool, you know. Like when I see that, I almost think of like when Drake played with Ninja. You know what I mean? Like Ninja and Fortnite were not cool until Drake and Travis Scott co-signed it. You know what I mean? And like playing that kind of stuff to like I feel like the culture
to the masses. You know
what I mean?
If that makes sense.
And I feel like when right.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's how it came up to us, right?
And so that's why you know what I mean. I feel like T Grizzly is as far as I'm aware, you know what I mean, like real nigga in these streets, you know. I mean, he has the pedigree, the history to prove it. So if you got a gangster like this who's been in the streets, you know what I mean, doing work, actually pulling licks out here, that's telling you, you know what I mean, nah, stay out the streets. You could do this for, keep your real job and do this as a side hustle and be safe. It's like, I feel like it's stuff like that people gotta listen to. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a handful of instances like that to kind of turn it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it really is a good way to get to stay off the streets and these. I mean, all these young niggas out here got a PS4 and can hop online. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But especially with the way to hop in with like a rapper you listen to and to be able to play in his server and you know what I mean? Kind of, and if you can make a couple extra bucks, you know, on some metaverse. You know, as we always talk about, you know, I mean, it's really some metaverse shit.
It is the metaverse. It's 100% the metaverse. Like, metaverse is not in the future. That's 100% the metaverse or a metaverse, whatever you want to call it. And that's the thing is, like, people aren't, like, out on the streets because they want to be. Like, nobody would, you know what I mean? Like, people aren't, and even at the level of where you want to be, like, where it's fun, like, it's fun, that's where your people are. It's like, you think about it, you don't do those, you know, certainly not crime. But, like, be in the streets because that's where you want to be. If I'm in the streets, that's because that's where my people are, where I'm from, right? I don't have a home to go to. I don't have another option, or where other options are not, you know, they're untenable. So being able to find another place to go is what's important, right? It's never been about the danger or the crime or the drugs of it. People, they're just people. I mean, like, everyone's just human beings looking for whatever it is they're looking for. So being able to have these options closer to you. And that's the key part of what he said. He's like, he wrapped all that up with, and it's fun. So like making money or not, like being able to have a way to live and to express yourself, right? Like what if your lane is that you care about hair? That's not me. I care about video games. So this is our lane to express ourselves. But I mean, for what reason could one not have a podcast that exists in a GTA server? Right? Like niggas ride around in the cars for hours at a time. Why couldn't they listen to our pod? You know what I mean? So you could even do that within there, but you've got this community or this, you know, community culture and this platform that's more accessible to you. Because maybe in this space, it's not something that you understand or that, again, is reachable. There's too much competition there. This is a space that you understand where you're surrounded by people that are like you. You know what I mean? All Grizzly fans, all from Detroit or whatever that may be. But he's really onto something, I think, really deep here. And it's fantastic that he makes $25,000 per month playing video games, and that's part of he's an entertainer. Like, you know what I mean? People are like, he's a rapper, and like he's a rapper, but this nigga's an entertainer. Like that's hard. He spends time entertaining. But the people that get to participate in that are really the people that are winning, right? The people that get to have a new and a safe place to go. So I'm really proud of him. I'm not. There's two. I was going to say I'm not sure he knows what he's doing, but he certainly does. I'm not trying to say like he's just fumbling around, but I feel like he's doing more than he or we know, right? Really making a positive impact, and we're seeing it. Gilly and Walla were seeing it, and who knows who else is seeing that stuff.
Did you ever see the clip where he said he apparently, like, to keep himself humble, has like Mad John
in life? No.
Yeah.
This nigga's giving Kevin Gates.
Yeah, apparently apparently he's like he'll wait tables. I forgot what else he does. Hold on. Yeah, no, sorry.
You're all good. I just,
but yeah,
say it's giving Kevin Gates for this, like, you know what I mean? He's like a young man that seems wise beyond his years. You know what I mean? He's always seemed to really be on to something.
Yeah, he was talking about. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's taking too much work. Yeah, but he talks about like to keep himself humble. He'd be working at like Home Depot or something like that, and like waiting tables and like driving Uber and like doing all this other stuff just to kind of keep himself grounded.
I feel like I did hear about him driving Uber or something like that.
So I like all of that. From I mean, if that really is true, you know what I mean. Apparently it is because people have pictures of him, you know, suited and booted waiting. But I don't know. So all of that, and then be pushing that influence too. I think that's a turnaround because, you know, this. So shouts to my man. That's cool because I think too, man. You know what I mean. Think of how many of his niggas that, you know, he was like, hey man, pull up in my server, man, come play, come, you know, just woo, and they're, you know, probably like, nigga, I ain't doing that, you know. And then they end up getting in there because they're his homie, and then they end up running their own side, whatever. And next thing you know, they pulling in some extra change, and they getting other people in, you know. So it's just a ripple.
Hey, I found what you're talking about. I put it in the Riverside chat. If you see that, it says here. He posted. He says most people don't even know I drive Uber on the side. I'm a waiter at one of the best restaurants in town, and I'm a real registered nurse. Been in school for years now. Nobody works harder than me. And this man lying.
Yeah, you see this man.
Oh hell no. He says, "I'm looking in the comments here. We'll see what it is. He might be playing with us a little bit. But that said, my man be working, and he knows how to find a job. Like our girl Kiki Palmer.
Right, go ahead, man.
Shouts to Kiki. We had one more big topic before we started to skate around a little bit. I did want to dive into Rumbleverse. It's called. Either way, yeah. Epic announces an all new free to play melee battle royale game. So we'll get into this from Wired.com. It says that here's the hook of Iron Galaxy's new title, Rumbleverse: Wrestling and No Guns. The game was conceived back in October 2017, and they were brainstorming, thinking about different types of competitive and royale game. Yeah, I bet you were. And they're like, we should do wrestling. Cool. So then it sounds like they summed it up in this one sentence. They said, the whole brainstorming session became, what would it feel like if you could chokeslam someone off a 40-story building? Why people would just be angry? Just angry. Why, who thinks about that? Why, of all things to experience?
Aim for the bushes.
I don't know, man. I've been watching out for them. They just be rage filled. That said, I mean, the game looks kind of cool. It's certainly going to be new. So that's the concept, right? It's a battle royale game that has no guns. We haven't seen this, I don't think, right? Or not really? No? I feel like there was maybe one that kind of came out, but it sucks.
Maybe. No, nothing I can think of. I don't know. Blood Hunt came to my mind for a second, but no. No, nothing I can think of. I feel like maybe there's like an animal. Isn't there some kid?
It had
one?
like
No,
gum or something like that. What was that game? You remember what I'm talking about? You had like Sock'em. It was like a Sock'em Boppers game or something like that. I don't know. Everybody tried to make those cool party games for a little bit.
Yeah. But, no, I don't know. But no, this sounds interesting. I actually, that's funny because I just seen Multiverses just came out like a couple days ago, like not even a week ago. I was gonna see if anyone's gonna cop that. It's only, I think it's $30.
About it. I've heard good things. I mean, the characters look pretty funny. But side scroll. You know what I've been between is either that or have you seen this Ninja Turtles like arcade game, Shredder's Revenge? It looks good. It's like remember the old 4-player arcade, like again, like very much 2D side scrolling like action game. It looks like that. They made it it's new. Yeah. It's for all consoles and PC. And it's got really great review. It looks like it's a simple playthrough. Like they didn't try and take over the world with it. But it looks really good. I don't know. So I've been thinking of my $30 game of the week might be that one.
I've been kind of thinking about doing that, dude. Going back and like buying some old school games for the console. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, just because like I was looking at because Elo's really into Sonic right now, so I've been thinking about
watching
getting
the movies.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about buying like again like the $30 Sonic bundle. You can just buy like all of the old school games like remastered high def. So I've been thinking about buying that just to get them, but I don't know, just looking at those old school just like 2D games. I'm like,
telling you, bro, on the Switch.
Because like I seen they had like Spyro and Crash on there, and
even the Lego games,
for old time's
like
sake.
Old games, but like simple games. You know what I mean? Like just like arcadey style, more simple. They're really dope for the Switch. I'm telling you, like being able to sit down and watch the Sonic and like play a little bit is pretty fun.
Man,
I'm gonna buy. That's damn it. I'm buying you a Switch for
playing
Christmas. Like I'm over
day.
this. I'm buying it. I'm getting y'all niggas Switches. We're playing because this is ridiculous. At this point,
yeah, I need to check that out. But no, as for this Rumbleverses, this should be interesting. I don't know, that'd be fun running around just giving people the hands.
Catch these hands. My prediction is that we might download it. It's free in crossplay, so we'll give it a shot for a few minutes. I mean,
sorry, did I miss you say when's it out?
Oh no. I said they started thinking about it in 2017. I'm not sure when it releases. They just announced it. It's interesting. It's like, does it? I don't. Like Among Us came out and fell off, and then so did Fall Guys. They kind of came back, but I worry about it being like games that just like are trash. Like they get excited for a week and then they just. What was that dodgeball game we had? No. Oh, I've been playing.
Oh, this is out. Sorry.
I think I've been calling it Rumbleverse.
Yeah, Rumbleverse. Yeah, it just came.
Initial release date.
In August.
Oh, it says
2022.
June 11, 2022. Maybe that was like the beta. It's on the Unreal Engine, developed by Iron Galaxy, published by Epic Games. I see you, Google.
Interesting. No, we'll have to check that out. If it's free to play,
I
too,
guess.
I'm with it.
Let's 40-player brawler. I'm looking at it now. It looks and moves like, of course, because it's from Epic, but it looks and moves like Fortnite. Just like punching and kicking fools. Okay, this sounds kind of fun. I mean, I could imagine like a fun the third party, the catching these hands is like, go smack this. We beat ass.
Yeah.
All right, look now. Who's rage filled? Who's trying to fight people now? Got me over here, excited. Choke slam niggas off trucks and cars and buildings. Well, those are our big topics, but there's some really fun ones to bop around. I think we should definitely look at. Starting with, let me know if you saw this. Elon Musk is bringing Steam to Teslas.
I didn't. I feel like I
Good
heard
idea?
about that, but no,
This is a good idea?
Wow.
I love it
Really?
personally. Sounds mad dangerous. Trying to play Elden Ring?
I think of the show Upload. I was just
What's that?
watching
Put me
it
on.
when Amazon show, this dude, he's like in a meeting in his car, and then he just like gets out of the meeting, and then like he's in this like self-driving car, and then just like pulls out a controller, and he's just like driving his car with the controller, like through traffic and stuff like that, and like.
Well, wait. What's Upload about?
You know
I
what I
seen
mean?
the logo
But
yesterday. It looked video gamey.
Oh no! It's about like
Oh!
it's like it's like when you die and they
in the cloud.
yeah, like uploading you, yeah. So like you get uploaded to, yeah, it's like a metaverse thing. So they like get your consciousness basically. I don't know. They have some system that gets your consciousness, and then they basically upload you to, if you have money. So it's like for like the wealthy, like you can afford different like metaverses basically, and then they upload
That's hella
AI
interesting.
to it. So. If you can afford it, like you can like talk to your AI and stuff like that. There's like special screens and TVs, like you can, and they have like these suits that like you can like go into the metaverse and like walk around and like hang out with like their AI and stuff like that, so people don't really die, or like you can have like your family all living, and like when your family dies, it's like a new like cemetery type thing. All your
Got me
family
stuck
just
with
gets
my
uploaded
family
to,
for
like,
eternity.
It's a trip.
I don't know about y'all, niggas.
Yeah.
That's funny and interesting. I'm down.
Yeah, it's a trip, but.
That's good to know. But not a video game show.
Sorry,
I thought it might be.
But
I saw like, I don't know.
no, but just you talking about that is my man just in his little self-driving car. But that sounds incredibly dangerous. That sounds cool
Wild
and
dangerous.
dangerous at the same time.
Not for me. Not for me. What about Stray? Did you see this? The cat game?
Yeah, bro. I brought that up like 2 months ago, and you
Don't
were
give
like,
me that. We're gonna run the tape back. We go
"Don't
run
talk
the
about no stupid cat game." Nah, I'm gonna find the It's recorded somewhere. I'm
I
gonna find it.
challenge you to find it.
I'm gonna find it and snip it in here, and then. No, because I remember I mentioned it. I was like, "Yo," I was like, "Shout out to this game. Stray's finally gonna be coming out." You're like, "Man, I don't."
Niggas seem hyped about it. Yeah, it's getting great
good reviews.
People are hey, look, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're a cat. You're wandering around a dystopian city, right? It's like cyberpunk from the view of a stray cat. I think it's a cat with like a little backpack on. If I've seen the pictures, which is ridiculous, but hey, man, good on you. Enjoy your cat time. Look, it's still not for me, but people are enjoying it. So knock yourselves out, cat people. It really, really go nuts. This Mad Game's coming out though. Did you see?
Is
Oh
that
my god! If that's
multiplayer?
no. I don't want to know. I do not want a multiplayer cat games where niggas have customizing calicos and you got to unlock Persian cat skins. Like that's ridiculous. We've gone too far.
Dog, if this is multiplayer, we're
Cat gang pulling up.
This
This is off the rails. Oh goodness.
yeah, I'm gonna be a black cat.
Old
yo.
black cat ass.
What up?
I was saying, this Mad Game's coming though. You saw God of War Ragnarok official.
Ooh,
Woo!
ooh, yes, I am excited for that. That was actually, I considered upgrading my PlayStation account to the Plus, or
PlayStation
whatever,
Stars.
Essential Plus, whatever, the extra $20, just so I could replay God of War 1 and 2 in HD.
It might be worth it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for that, bro. Did you saw
I did saw the trailer.
Right?
It looked pretty fantastic. This might be time.
The big ass wolf.
I might need to dive in.
Big ass wolf.
I seen the wolf.
You didn't even
I've
play the
dabbled
first
here
one,
and there, but it never really caught me. What, on PS3, I think I like played the first one, and it was like in college, and I was like, this is cool. But that's another one of those games that you're dead on. That kind of like is a hit. I'm so bad at like the one player. It's hard for me to play one player like story linear games. Horizon. What's the Shinobi one? What's the Ninja Gaiden? Ghost of Tsushima. I paid for it.
That game was
go read a book, watch a movie.
It was incredible.
But I know I'm wrong, so I might need to dive into this God of War because it looks fantastic. But I know people are excited. Have you heard? I saw the wolf.
Did you see the wolf?
I saw the trailer. The wolf. Oh.
Well, there's 2 trailers.
Excuse me then. This man's he's pulling my card on air. He's like, all right, but do you really know?
Boy.
Did
you see the trailer?
Did you see the rumors again around a new Def Jam game? Have you seen this? They keep like hinting at so Def Jam like Records put out a tweet that was like, all right, you guys, you pick what's the next city, and it was like Def Jam, fight for New York, fight for LA, fight for Miami, fight for Philly, fight for Detroit, and like put up a bunch of new cities with like the logo, and people are like, don't do this to me, don't give me hope. Don't give us a new... Joe Buttons is going to be in the game. He used to be in the game. I'm going to have Joe Buttons against Busta Rhymes and the shit. And T Grizzley. So I don't know, but there's been lots of rumors. We could have a new Def Jam fighting game in the works.
That'd be good, man. They need to just make it like Def Jam... Fight for freedom.
Fight for hip-hop.
Some stupid shit. But like... Almost like Apex... Yeah, fight for the mic. I don't know what the hell you want to do, but like something like Apex, you know what I mean, where they can just keep dropping like updates for it and not necessarily
how
like
funny
a game
would that
for like
be?
a city. You know what I mean? And just keep like, bro. Okay, because I just thought of it like, imagine being like a new rapper,
freshman?
like you make it to like the
XXL freshman.
Like
yeah, we're on the same page.
Or the freshman, whatever.
And then you're the new class.
And
you gotta
you
have
get
a platinum
character
record.
in it. Bro, are you serious?
Oh, they
Are
got
you
Saucy
serious?
Santana.
I just gave that out for free. I just gave that out for free,
Man's
bro.
dropping gems here. I would play the hell out of that game. Like, do you know how I would watch
just
that
gave
on
that out
Twitch?
for free.
Here, at the versus battle, I need to see Omarion and Mario fighting with their own. I want all of it. I want a pro league. I want this on Twitch. I want what's the ALGS of Def Jam hip hop fights. I want all of it. That sounds amazing to me.
Yeah, but niggas can't be soft, and it needs to be like rated M, and it needs to be like on some like Mortal Kombat shit. Like niggas need to get like beat
Do they
up
get special
and bloody,
abilities?
like, you know what I mean? Like it needs to have like finishers. Like it needs to be, yeah, like on some like celebrity deathmatch, borderline Mortal Kombat.
Closer to Mortal
shit, bro.
Kombat.
Like trust me.
Yeah, closer to Mortal Kombat. I would be about
that.
that.
Yeah, bro.
That shit would be so.
Oh my god.
Can Kanye?
And then
Kanye
they have
be the
online
boss?
leaderboards for
like the different
cities.
versions of Kanye. Like you beat him and like Frieza. This isn't even my final form.
You know what I mean? Bro, I think of like when you see those like what is that, Battlefront 2? Like people are like, oh, I'm the best Vader online, or I'm the best Darth Maul online. Bro, I'm the best crack online, dog. Come catch these
I'm the
hands.
best Kanye
I'm the best
online. I play as Drake. Put out the Drake season.
I'm the best Kanye, bro. Come catch
the
these hands.
Drake versus Lil Wayne season. They got 2 bosses. Oh my god, no! Switching from Mortal Kombat
create
to
a fighter.
the Battlefront style. Against you choose your rapper and come fight against. You could be a backpack rapper. You could be a SoundCloud rapper. Come fight against. I'm dead. That's hilarious. I need that. Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga Kanye, like in Star Fox, like the boss, where he's like a whole planet. See this man?
Bro, I'm telling you, he's gonna pull up like my nigga Gore in that latest Thor. He's just gonna be just. What a Yeezy
The
step,
brand play
bro.
is amazing. All right, so then we
Crazy.
definitely have an appetite for Def Jam. What about Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power? You see that game?
See, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm huge. I'm actually. I don't really talk
same.
about it. I'm
High-key.
actually a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I watch all the movies. I actually had the books. Like they're really good. I love it. So I'm pumped for this. I mean, I hope it's gonna be one of those I think linear games.
It looks beautiful, and that's there's 2 games like this, and actually I'll skip to that one as well. There's 2 games like this that it's like it's compartmentalized. I'm such a huge fan of the IP itself, and they also look beautiful that I'm like, this is one where I'm like, I'll go read that book in game form. Like it looks fantastic, or the next movie is in a game. Shouts to the new series they have coming to Amazon, I believe. But yeah, Rings of Power, the game looks fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's separate from their Gollum game. Have you seen that? Is that 2 different games?
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Gollum reminds me of Stray.
The IP?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I would do Stray maybe if it was in Mordor or whatever, in the Shire. But those 2 games look really great. And, there's a third one.
And you're
By the way, I'm trying really hard to get to Hogwarts Legacy. You see that shit? You didn't... yeah, did you see the gameplay for that?
Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
Is there a new trailer for it?
I gotta see. Let me see if I can find it for you real quick.
I haven't seen anything new of it.
Because, they broke out the first clip that shows the combat. And I was like, yo, this is nuts. Let me see. I definitely got it here on Instagram.
No.
I'll share this.
I don't want to rewatch the movies just for
We watch them. We
the
got
sake of it.
kids. We watch them frequently. I think it's this.
I heard they're good. Everyone
You haven't seen the
bringing it up to
movies?
us like you haven't seen.
Oh yeah,
them.
Hugglepuff. We did this already. You Hugglepuff ass. All right. Check this out.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen.
Hit the mean barrel roll. He busting his ass. And dodging, hit the wands. Young Spectral Plutonium ass. This looks cool, doesn't it? My man's Paisley's.
Yeah.
The graphics look amazing. The movement looks
crazy.
really fun. Like Harry just pulled a thunderbolt out the sky. It's also, for not a Harry Potter's movie guy, he's clearly fighting in the scenes. It's like wizard to wizard combat. Or he's fighting like a Death Eater or whatever. And these are like key scenes from the film. He's in like a playground that's like a recurring scene in the movie. So yeah, another one where like the IP, actual gameplay and the combat. Like for any game, it looks good. It's new. Like this wand-based magic combat, like new for me, new to the masses. So those games, Lord of the Rings and also Hogwarts, just the IP alone, very much calling me. One that is not calling me, but did get my attention. You see the new RoboCop game?
No, it is an Unreal 5.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was like, Hogwarts. I was like, that's got to be Unreal 5.
Unreal 5 is they niggas taking all the championships.
It
It looks really great. You see the movement. You see how clear it is. It's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, Unreal 5 is fantastic. We'll have to do a long form episode on that. Either way, RoboCop.
RoboCop Rogue City.
It's been 30 years since RoboCop came out. You're still trying to make this work.
Ooh, man.
Stop trying to make fetch work. Like, the concept was cool to me when I was 7.
Did you finish The Boys? Yo, man. Spoiler. I don't care.
That shit was
Noir
so
didn't
cold.
deserve
That was
that, bro.
amazing. Oh my god.
He,
They built this nigga up.
when you said RoboCop, I just thought
They
of
built
him.
this
He was
nigga
like,
up.
I should have
know,
got that
was
role.
so funny. They built him up for Beverly Hills Cop and shit. They built Black Noir up for seasons. Like, we're not going to really tell you much. You'll finally get to see what Black Noir is about. We're just starting to lead. We kicked off his storyline. Psych! Oh! That was amazing. They killed this nigga in the most unceremonious way. They just, alright. Okay. Oh, and he's dead. What? That shit was fantastic. The little cartoons came out, and I'm like, what is happening? Oh, I know.
It's okay.
That's, again, that show, if you guys don't watch The Boys, I apologize. You should watch it, though. It's fantastic. That's another scene where, like, let somebody walk into the room.
Not a huge spoiler.
During that scene with the cartoon, like, it's okay. Like, hey, what are you watching? Like, it's hard to explain. Let me just pause it. I'll tell you. That was amazing.
Oh, they actually brought back the original
It was good?
RoboCop. Sorry, I was watching the trailer too. Yeah, it looks kind of cheesy shooting, but
We'll keep eyes on it.
clean,
Again,
at
we'll
least.
know if it's good. We'll hear more rumbles, just like we do with Harry Potter, right? We keep hearing new shit about this Hogwarts. Another clip comes our way where the gameplay looks amazing. Like, you know if things are going to be good before they get to you. Shouts to Battlefield 1940 or whatever.
I know. So I see this one here. I feel like you're going to be excited about the Skate 4.
That was a big announcement. So not only is it going to be beautiful, the best movement game maybe ever. God, I love skateboarding. But free to play and crossplay. I mean, we talked about that last week. I know that we both very much feel that. Like, what games can Fall Guys, right? What games can I play? What's accessible? It's not enough to just make a good game. I have to want to play it, right? Like, I want to play it with my homies. So this crossplay thing, and again, putting it out for everyone, it's going to make Skate 4 more about skate culture than it is about making money on a video game. And that's how they're going to make money. Like, how much money do they have in this game from just people buying decks, bro? You know what I mean? Like, I'll spend money to buy new deck. Like, forget about skins and not even getting the skins and cosmetics and shit like that. Just getting new decks alone is part of skate culture. Is such a heavy impact on fashion. There's so many places to go with this. So yeah, free to play and crossplay. Like, if you love skateboarding and you play video games, you should be playing this game. And that's where they're coming from, right? Makes sense to me. I love it.
I've been wanting a new longboard. I miss my longboard in the beach days, the boardwalk. It's been a good few years since I've been there. Not skateboarding like that, but when you said that, I just think
I forget. Like, it's weird. I mean, like, you know, speaking like with my fiance and stuff. Like, she's not from California, so it's weird. I'm like, oh no, we grew up on a skateboard. You didn't skateboard from like 8 to 16. It's like I'm on a skateboard every day, and that's like so not a part of my life anymore. I still have a Sector 9, and I took my oldest out during the summer. She got a new bike, and she was hyped on the bike. And I was on the skateboard, and she was like, Can I try that? Maybe that one? I'm like, yeah, hop on. And it's fun, but I will admit, the first time I hopped on the skateboard, I did fall off. I didn't fall down, but I did fall off.
That's why I longboard. That's why I longboard now, bro. I'm too old. I'm not kick flipping no more. I'm not ollieing. I'm not shredding. I'm not bombing hills no more. You know, I'm cruising, dude. I just a couple of kicks, but no, but I feel you. It is fun to hop on the board,
was nice.
Nostalgia, and kind of feel the breeze. It is fun every once in a while, but you got to be.
I got these bones.
Careful, man.
Bones.
And brittle. That's what I'm saying, man. Nah, but I'm excited for that, and like you said, I hope it's not too pay to floss. You know what I mean? I hope they don't get too lost in that. But like you said, I hope they bring the culture back and everyone could link up. And I don't know. I'm interested to see, because we haven't had a good skateboarding game like that type of atmosphere, you know what I mean? Especially in an open world. So if we could all link up and be swagged out and be able to like do stuff, or if they have like online competitions, or
they gotta thread it the right way,
like that,
because like when Tony Hawk came back, I was hyped. I was really excited for the nostalgia play, and I played it through to beat the levels, but like the weird online experience, it just sucks. It's just not good. You know what I mean? Like when games just go too far off the rails. Like, I mean, for what it's worth, there's something beautiful about GTA 5 online on PC, but it also is like way off the, like, if you don't play, you can't like jump into a server and just like, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't even know what's going on. That's how Tony Hawk felt. I was like, what is happening? Why is this so confusing? Like, make this fun. It's skateboarding, not a video game. Like, you gotta put skateboarding first and the video gaming part second, if that makes sense. Switching a little bit, you seen your boy Logan Paul is officially in WWE 2K22? This is a win? This is a win.
That's dope.
I think it's a win.
I like the Pauls, man. I feel like they've
Logan,
come a long way. At least Logan, for sure. Ever since he started his podcast, I think. But nah, I think that's dope, man. I mean, that's one thing that I always think would be really cool game. Is like to be in like a video game. You know what I mean? But not like in like a big franchise video game. You know, like
publicly, privately, cool. In every way. Publish it, put it wherever you need to. Fuck you, NCAA. They stopped making the video game the year I would have been in the video game. I was only playing college football for 2 seasons. I had a very small window to be in a video game. I would have bought that shit. I was already planning it. You were in high school. You know, we were ready for this. I was going to buy whatever that console was, 2 of them, and like 6 copies of the game. I would have saved it. Like, all right, kids, we're breaking out the N64 from when Dad used to play in the video. They robbed me.
Look. If you played for Western Kentucky University in 2009, all right, I probably know everybody on that roster by heart.
With the chip, we took it to the chip.
Okay, don't play with me.
I know every fight song.
To
If
the
there's
chip,
a college
boy.
in your town,
That's
I
the
know
gang
your
right
town.
there.
I know your fight song. I know your colors. I know your mascot. And they took that from us. They robbed me. I just want y'all to know that. So yeah, I think definitely a win for Logan. In second
but
podcast in a row, we're talking about Logan Paul. So my guy must be winning us over.
Mm-hmm. No, because did you? Sorry to kind of jump back to the boys, but what's her name? Nadia. Nadia's, I think, is her real name. But the one in Congress, the one that can pop the heads. Did you? Because she's
her
in Call of
character.
Duty.
Oh, just her.
No, and I recognize her from Call of Duty. She's in. Yeah, because she's in Modern Warfare or Black Ops. She's a character in Black Ops. And so when the show came on, I was looking at it like,
that's funny.
Yeah, that's the chick from Call of Duty. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I always think that's funny. It's like, imagine being recognized, like you've been an actress or an actor for 10 to 15
Acting
years.
in video
people
games.
recognize
That's real
you from,
deal.
like a video game.
Why not? Also, quick side note: WWE
Especially with today's
2K22.
graphics.
They got to work on that name. There's a lot of. You ever write that down? It just looks. It's a lot to say.
For a lot of
I know, like that's what I'm saying. For like,
abbreviated is long.
that's supposed to be the abbreviation of the acronym or whatever. We're wrapping up soon, but I do think it's important for us to say rest in peace and shouts to the founder, writer, creator of YuGIOh. That game also changed my life, man. Like, I'm not the crazy YuGIOh person, but it had an important moment in my life, and millions and millions of people love and care for the game. So rest in peace to my guy.
Dang, that's that. I didn't know that. I actually like
Kazuki
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Takahashi,
bro.
for what it's worth,
I used to
you
watch the
should
show.
you should say people's names. Yeah, my man passed away only 60 years old in a snorkeling accident just a couple weeks ago. He was like snorkeling by himself. They just found his body. So be careful, y'all. I mean, shit, only 60, man. Imagine. Yeah, those things are fun, but.
Jeez, that's that.
Right?
Yo, that was my show back when.
Blue Eyes White
when
Dragon.
I feel like I outgrew Pokemon. Them Blue Eyes White Dragons and all them.
Was that nigga that had like 5 different cards?
Crazy John. Yeah, because it was like a different edge of like.
It was like grown up anime that also had a card game you could play. Not Magic.
It was like you had to put them all together.
Magic people. So yeah, man, definitely. Rest in peace. We getting old. We seeing it happen, but y'all be careful. Another important shout out: Dark Zero wins the ALGS. Gotta mention that, right? That was that was exciting. You watched the? I know you saw some of the clips, right?
Yeah, I've been following a little bit. I didn't see the final, but I
got the final live. It was really fun.
On
so shouts to Dark Zero. Yeah, we're getting into our esports bag these days.
Oh shit!
Couple more fun things up in the industry realm there.
I like that.
Did you see the GameStop one? Actually, there's some good ones here. GameStop announced layoffs and they fired their CFO. It was like the continued just roundtable of drama. So I didn't dig too far into it, but thought that was pretty interesting. This one you definitely know about. PlayStation Stars. Sony announced the PlayStation Stars program. How do you feel about this?
I'm gonna be honest. I still don't even know what that is. It was some type of
Another
loyalty
one?
program or something, right? From what I thought, bro, I read it and I just like ADD'd out. I was like,
that's
what? PlayStation stuff? No, like I legitimately saw it and read it, and I still have no
How many
idea
brands can they reintroduce? Like, and which one do I pay for, and what's the good?
Mean?
Like, just what is it? What do you do? Same thing. I read this, saw the post, saw the video. No fucking clue what it is. Hate the name. PlayStation Star. It's funny. I commented on their Instagram post, and I was like, guaranteed flop. At PlayStation, why do you keep hurting my heart like my heart with bad ideas like this? And some random kid was like, guaranteed flop. They're asking gamers to play games. It's gonna be a flop. How? And I responded something like it costs resources to have people run these programs at Sony, and with not enough players engage with it and they cancel it, it's gonna be a flop. Like if they're gonna stop the program. And my man came back with like, oh well, that's fair. That makes sense. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time I'm looking at this, it reminds me of the first time I read Ricochet.
That makes me sad.
it's just like, so what is this? So what does this mean? And now that it took me a little more to read it, but I mean, from what I'm taking away from it, I feel like they're trying to do kind of like what Xbox does. Like you know on Xbox how when you log in you get points, when you get achievement you get points and stuff like that, and then you can flip those points for like you can donate them to like for real money to like organizations, or to like if you save up like thousands you can like buy, you can like turn them into like real money, like Microsoft points.
It's so bad. It says like it does. You're right. It says here
because
that PlayStation Stars, a brand new loyalty program that celebrates you, the player, for being on this ever-growing gaming journey with us. PlayStation Stars will be free to join when it launches later this year. Once you become a member, you'll earn rewards by completing a variety of campaigns and activities. Our monthly check-in campaign simply requires you to play any game to receive a reward, while other campaigns require you to win tournaments, earn specific trophies, or even be the first player to platinum a blockbuster title in your local time zone. They could not be further off from how people play games. This is so dumb. It's so weird that when companies build shit from their perspective, like PlayStation built it from a PlayStation perspective. Like, this is an entertainment machine. No, my PlayStation is like an Apex machine. I don't watch movies, like, and I know some people do, but like, you're only as good as the title we're playing. It's just people don't think PlayStation first. That's so weird.
We're gonna have to wait and see, I guess, what the rewards are, what the challenges are. I guess I don't know. I'll try to find a silver lining in it. Like, I don't know, maybe hopefully it's cool. Because I mean, at least with Xboxes, I mean, I feel like it's cool that like just for logging in and playing games, I can like donate money to whatever organization. I mean, I don't know, that like I feel like that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Or I could like actually turn around and buy a headset or like another controller or something. But like, is that what?
Like, is that gonna make?
Or is that not this?
Is that gonna make you play video games any more or any less? Any more or any less? No, those aren't the things that determine how much you play.
Not at all.
Games or engage with your Xbox or like choose a system. Like,
right.
It's so far. It's like, oh, that's cool, but it's not going to change or influence my behavior in any way. I unfortunately read further in this, and it says we're unveiling a new type of reward called digital collectibles, digital figurines that represent. Like, come on, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Which would
but they're not
I'd
NFTs.
be mad if they were NFTs, and that'd be a lot better than just digital figurines. What the?
You know, when I look at this, I see this whole banner and everything. I think of like a few weeks ago, I was watching Dr. Disrespect, and he got killed by this hacker, and he just starts going off talking about. Can you guys believe that somebody that Activision actually made like a marketing team for Ricochet? He's like, think about it. He was like, they actually put together a whole campaign. They had a marketing campaign.
They made a logo.
Ricochet. He's like,
they
Ricochet.
Wrote copy.
He's like, you guys actually put
social media team.
Right. He's like, you guys have a logo, a marketing team, advertisement. You guys invested money into this system that's just that's dog shit. He was like, instead of just coming out and saying, hey, we're aware of it and we're trying to fix it and just rolling it out. It's like they tried to make this grand spectacle like they were doing something, and I almost think of that like with this. You know what I mean? It's like you guys really put together a team and a marketing and a logo and did all this shit for something that nobody gives a fuck about. It's like why didn't you just put this out? Like, you know what I mean? Just roll this out and just be like, hey, so this is something that, like, I feel like that would be way more authentic. Way more people would be, I think, be way more receptive about it. You know what I mean? Than just like, oh, we got this new thing coming for you guys that you didn't ask
make a
for.
promise.
It's
like,
well, I feel like that's already.
It's like making those the Battlefield. I mean? Like, imagine making Battlefield trailers to get people excited, and then the game is so bad. It's like, man, what a waste of time. Like, your art sucks. Like, you're not inspired. You lied to me.
Oh, we're gonna fix it. We got all these teams. We sat down with the dev. You're gonna hear directly from the dev for the patch.
Is the game
bro? Just
better?
drop that shit. We don't give a fuck about Like not to be rude, you know what I mean? Like we get it, but like, come on, man. Like, did you fix it? Did you hear us? No. Then we don't need to hear some 15-minute TED talk with the fucking developer and whoever runs it. Like, dude, just drop it. Just drop it and say we're working on it. Like, just own it. You know what I mean? Don't put a marketing campaign and come up with a logo, invest all this stuff into it just to swing and a miss.
I do.
Like,
I get it. It's the same thing with PlayStation. Is like now you can get your clips on your phone. It's like you gotta just do it and let me enjoy it. Also, make that work better. Make that work better because sometimes it's a week and it's like still uploading.
You know, that's already been.
What's the deal? They continue to miss, bro.
I feel like that's. Oh, you guys.
What do they call the other? Don't they have another like PlayStation Gold, PlayStation Plus? I remember y'all explaining to me what PlayStation Plus was, and I was like, I don't know. I pay for it, and I don't know or care. Do I have to pay for it? I don't even know. I think I have to pay for it. See,
no. So you get like grandfathered in, I believe, but. So I literally, it's funny, because remember I told you that fucking Amber Alert went off last night, so I was up, so I turned on my PlayStation and I was just looking at games, and so I looked into it, and so it was like for $20 more for the remainder of my subscription, I can pay $20 now, and then it'll upgrade me to Plus, like the highest tier. So there's PlayStation, like the regular one, like Essential, and then there's Extra, and then there's Plus, or maybe I have those backwards, whatever. But long story short, there's like one where like you get like the vault of like old games. So like you can play games from like PS1, like remastered old titles, blah, 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 blah. And then if you get like the top tier one, then you can play like Stray for free, or like, you know, a handful of like newer titles. It's kind of like the Xbox, the Game Pass, but like not, I mean, but not
and like Game Pass makes sense. Like what is it? It's a pass to get game. Like what do you want? You want to play all the games? It's a Game Pass. You want Xbox Live? You can have Xbox Live, but if you want the Game Pass, then like you can play games from wherever.
It's like
that because don't you need PlayStation Plus to do? I don't know. And this is like a weird online thing. There's so many weird things I pay for. I don't know what is what, and that's where they're missing out. Like they're so not clear. I know exactly what the Game Pass is, and I feel like I get fantastic value out of it. Like I pay it with a smile.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck this is. Mm-hmm. PlayStation Stars, and I hate the names. PlayStation Stars? What does that mean? I know what a Game Pass is. What is the Stars?
How funny for perspective. I pay also for the Game Pass monthly, and I never even touch my Xbox. I'm on my PlayStation way more than my Xbox, and I've been contemplating upgrading to the Plus, and it's only $20 more. Literally, for the price of my Game Pass, and that I pay almost like a month, I could have already upgraded. And
right, because you don't think they're going to deliver the value. I have like, the money. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's worth it. That's nuts to me. Like, that's them continuing to do bullshit like this. That said, PlayStation Plus to receive 50 Ubisoft games for free. That could be nice.
Look, I'm a game or two away from like completely starting boycott like Ubisoft, EA. Like we gotta hold these motherfuckers accountable, bro. If I play another trash,
we talked about the Apex strike.
I'm sitting there shaking my fucking computer, or banging my.
We're 6 days away. We'll see. The next pod, we're gonna cover the Apex strike. We'll see how that goes. If they don't fix Loba, actually, I think Loba's fixed, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but lots of games coming. That's kind of cool. And also 30 new games free via Amazon Prime. Excuse me. Amazon's trying to make their move, so more free games out there for you. For all those of you that like to play 50 different games, because I know there's a ton of us that play 75 games in a year. We have a gaming podcast. We game like that. I still probably play 12 games. No, probably more than that because I have kids, but 20 games a year. Including games I don't want to play, like Roblox and shit with the kids and stuff. Maybe how many games do you play in a year, really? And how many of them are new? FIFA, 2K, Madden, those are recurring. Call of Duty is always going to be there. Apex has been like on a 5-year, like you know what I mean. That's 5 of my 10, and then I might try 5 new shits. Fall Guys, F1 for a week and a half. You know what I mean? Blood Hunts. We'll try some new shit, but like we gave you 600 games.
Yeah.
Thanks. Just give me one game I want to play, and you can keep Fusion Frenzy that I downloaded and played for 8 minutes. It was a good Instagram post on my story. Like, they're missing the boat. Horizon Forbidden West won a Game of the Year award. People were pretty upset about that. We just talked about that. They got totally overshadowed. There's a new Switch console on the way. Was it good?
I don't know how, bro.
Wait, you said you don't know? Oh, you don't know how they won the award.
What?
Payola.
Elden Ring.
Nobody paid for it.
Elden Ring should have took it. I don't care. Elden Ring was, and I don't even like games like that. Elden Ring was incredible. Elden Ring brought back such a nostalgic, like, just obsession for like you know what I mean, to just keep like discovering and like getting into a game, dude, that I haven't had in a long time. Like, bro, it was so good. The exploring story. I mean, it was annoying. Don't get me wrong. I got my ass busted in that game, but like it was something that I haven't had in a long time, man.
I'll play it. I got some better time now. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna fuck it. It's gonna be fun. I gotta get my Twitch stream back up live and running. It'll be fun because I suck at story games to hop on and play through, see how many hours it takes me. But I will definitely play through that in 2022. Ghost of Tsushima coming in 2023. That's right. Only 4 years late. And then, right, one for us to end on. It sounds like Nintendo Switch 2 is on the way. That said, no clue when it's going to come. Like, rumors are going out there, but the headline I've got here from Tom's Guide says that, like, we highly doubt a follow-up will come out anytime soon, especially when we had the OLED arrive less than 12 months ago.
That's what I was gonna. I was just gonna ask. Sorry, but do you?
Yeah.
Is the LED, the OLED?
Yeah, that's like the newer,
one,
nicer
right?
one. Yeah.
I don't have one, so I don't know. Okay, because it's like $100 more, I think. It's a little bigger. Okay.
I'm gonna get one anyways.
Worth it?
But yeah, you're definitely better off to go with that. It's got a better display, better speakers, better dock. It's got a LAN port, which is dope, and double the storage of the base Switch. So definitely go for it. Yeah. Yeah, on Tom's Guide, it's got a 4-star rating. But it says that, and also on Tech Radar, everywhere says definitely do this. Yeah, go for that. I'm gonna cop one too. I'll have to get it going.
Okay.
Shit. So much going on. We had a busy week.
Very good, man.
We'll end on a happy note, but also we're pouring them out for the boys. It was a good pod. We ended on a happy note. Pour it out for the guys. They might come back someday. In the meantime, we will hold it down for you. We got your San Diego-based Bodega Boys. Appreciate the time, y'all. Till next time. We out!
No randoms.